Hi guys, the Home Secretary was really living up to his surname this week by making jokes about a spiking drug that has devastated the lives of thousands of people, mainly women. Cleverly from Braintree, it seems, was attending a gathering where he suggested that in order to keep your wife from running away with a better man, you should resort to spiking her drinks with a sedative. This is as legislation is being proposed to make the act of spiking illegal. Will Rishi Sunak fire his Home Secretary? What do you think?
Downing Street held a Christmas reception last Monday for journalists, ministers and political aides. It was held by chance on the same day the Home Secretary had promoted a raft of new government measures to tackle spiking, the act of putting alcohol or drugs in someone's drink or body without their consent. The Sunday Mirror alleges that James Cleverly told fellow guests that the secret to a long marriage was ensuring your spouse was someone who is always mildly sedated, so she can never realise there are better men out there. It also alleges he mentioned Rohypnol, a drug commonly used to spike drinks. A spokesperson for Mr Cleverly said in what was always understood as a private conversation, the Home Secretary made what was clearly meant to be an ironic joke for which he apologises. The Shadow Home Secretary, Yvette Cooper, said spiking was a devastating crime and it was unbelievable to make a joke about it. Ione Wells, BBC News, Westminster.
Oh my goodness. Notice the first response was, well, it was a private conversation. And then second, it was a joke, obviously. Like, this is from the same guy who, was it this month or last month, called a town in Britain a shithole city. They called the city a shithole. And then first denied that he actually said it, and then after said, well, it wasn't actually the town I was calling a shithole, it was the MP from that town or from that constituency. What is it with Tory MPs? For example, last year, Michael Fabricant made a joke about sexually assaulting someone. A few years ago, a Tory MP joked about enslaving the people of Scotland. Lee Anderson recently joked about a city, and Suella Braverman has been condemned a few months ago for making jokes about trans people. It begs the question, how do these people become MPs? How do these people become ministers? James Cleverly, the current Home Secretary, how the hell does he become Home Secretary? Is it that by design that Rishi Sunak, or before him let's bypass Liz Truss, Boris Johnson, they surround themselves with people who are idiots. They surround themselves with people who don't have a functioning brain, who have no ethics, no moral code, in order to make sure that they never take over, that they never challenge the current Prime Minister. Is this really the plan? Or is it just by accident you hire really stupid people? Can you imagine somebody in a managerial position in a company making comments like this? They would be fired on the spot. They wouldn't be able to hold on to their position, but for some reason, of course, James Cleverly will remain Home Secretary. It was just a joke. Let's move on from this. It was a private conversation. The right-wing media will defend him to the nth degree because it's about defending their team. It's a team sport. This is the problem with politics. It's so polarizing that it'll be on the one side, the Labour side will say this person needs to go, this person needs to be punished. While on the Conservative side, they say it doesn't matter what he says, he has to remain in place because he's one of ours. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.